All right, it's time to break down the film one scene at a time. Act 1. Why don't we set some shit up?
Our story begins with the Disney and Brockheimer film logo, but this time it's accompanied by Jon Favreau's character Hurley running down the road in the logo, presumably being chased by Memphis Reigns in Eleanor. Surprisingly, this bit isn't accompanied by a fart joke like every other freaking scene that Hurley appears in throughout the film. And unfortunately, Memphis doesn't turn Hurley into a red skid mark to prevent us from having to deal with said fart jokes that are to come here pretty quick.
Yeah. Gonna come in hot and stinky.
If they did a sequel, that's what the tagline should have been: hot and stinky.
Hot and stinky.
We cut to a gigantic guinea pig in human clothing. No, wait, that's just Zach Galifianakis' character, Ben, who tells Darwin, the head spy guinea pig, played by Sam Rockwell, that the feds are going to shut down their program tomorrow.
Fucking feds.
Those feds, man.
They say it a bunch of times.
They say it like
The
40
feds.
times.
Yeah.
I know. It's just poor screenwriting.
Yeah. The feds.
Anyways, Ben opens an old briefcase that has some sort of Iron Man hologram projector in it, and he begins a Mission Impossible style objective brief. Their target is a billionaire named Leonard Saber, who is a former arms dealer who currently runs a company called Saberling Industries that has produced a new microchip with possible military applications, and that he sold the technology to the Far East under the codename Cluster Storm.
Feels vaguely racist to say the Far East.
Yeah, I thought that too. Like, I guess you're trying not to single out a specific country,
guess,
but it's also
yeah.
like,
Well, I mean, like, if you get,
just
like,
sold it to the whole region, I guess. All of them
Yeah.
over there.
it is weird that they wouldn't specify a country, but I mean, in intelligence speak, you do break them into sectors. You have like Far East, Far West, all that stuff. So, but it's, you know, they needed this movie to do well in China. That's all we
Yeah.
say. In China.
That's always what it seems to boil down to, especially lately. Is like since box office numbers have dwindled, China is one of the main places where you get your money from the worldwide release of these types of things. Animated films are so easy to release worldwide.
Yeah.
Not this one in particular because it actually has actors in it, but anything animated, you can just change the mouth movements to match any language. So,
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird exposition right at the start of a kid's movie. I feel like kids are just going to check out immediately when this starts.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even follow along what the hell they were talking about.
I tuned it out, to be honest. I didn't come back in until like 5 minutes later mentally, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm watching this movie. Unfortunately, the name Cluster Storm is revealed through an uncomfortably close shot of Zach Galifianakis' mouth, which looks like a Wolverine's asshole. Or a werewolf's asshole. Either one. I don't know about you guys, but I was expecting a cluster storm of dingleberries in that thing.
No, they'd be crunchberries.
tomato.
Just eating Captain Crunch in every take. Put the bowl down, Zach. We're trying to film.
I was in The Hangover. How did I get here?
Oh, man. Ben goes on to say their mission is to download the cluster storm files from Saber's personal computer, and Darwin swears he'll get the evidence and save their program, and the FBI will have to make a bunch of rodents special agents. Because that's how that works.
It's already ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're going to shut down the youth center if we don't raise a bunch of money. Same plot device.
Inside Saber's ultra secure home, we see he's having an Epstein Island style get together with loads of trust fund babies. Darwin repels from a tree and radios Speckles, who's revealed to be a Charlie Bodell from Peggy Sue Got Married in mole form. I can't say rat because Nigel will get mad at me.
I was expecting this to be a naked mole rat the whole time, and when you, based on what you guys had said, and I was like, no, it's just a regular mole.
Star-nosed mole.
Yeah, star-nosed. That's why he does the voice, because the nose is squished.
Probably, yep.
That's what I took from it. Anyways, that's right. Nick Cage plays a mole, and does the exact same voice he stole from Pokey on the Gumby Show in 1986 for a different film.
You think that? I feel knowing Nick Cage, that was 100% his choice. Nobody else does a weird voice.
No.
Yes, and I actually heard that he. I'm not sure if he was up for the role of Darwin, and that's why they said it. But they said that he refused to play a guinea pig. He didn't want to play a guinea pig. He wanted to play the mole instead. He was like, "No, I'm not playing that. I'm not doing that."
He's like, I had the perfect voice for a mole. I got nothing for a guinea pig.
I can see it being like moles are noble creatures. They aerate the soil and they're important for gardens. And they keep the pest population down. Guinea pigs are just food.
I got a mole in my backyard, and I call him Dugan.
He's my friend.
He's my friend.
Now I could see him like. I think what probably happened was he was tapped for Darwin, and he was like, "Well, I don't just want to play a normal generic person if I'm going to do this, cartoon thing. I don't want to be the hero. I want to be the goofy one, so I can do something fun for me."
Yeah,
finally get to do a cartoon character voice.
Yeah,
or a cartoon character.
Which, like, he doesn't really do a voice that's different from his own in The Croods, The Ant Bully, Astro Boy, Teen Titans, sort of in Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, and then we have The Croods too. And he doesn't really do a cartoon character in any of those. Same with Christmas Carol. It was like, it's just his voice. Like, why do a cartoon if you're not going to do a character?
Yeah.
But
maybe he tried and they said no.
I mean, it could be they're like, we wanted, we hired you because you're Nick Cage.
Yeah, so we want Nick Cage. Give us Nick Cage.
This one, it was probably like, he'd already worked with Bruckheimer and, not the director, because the director didn't work with anybody else, but, it was probably like, hey, you know me, let me do a voice. I'll be good.
I'm guessing this was probably somewhat a favor of like, well, I want to work with Nick again. Well, let's bring him into this thing. And Nick was like, I'll do it, but
hear me out. Have you seen Peggy Sue Got Married?
I think it's his. I haven't seen the other. I haven't seen Astro Boy yet.
I don't know if we want to do that for this cartoon.
I haven't seen his other animated stuff, but this is like the best animation voice he's done that I've seen. I don't know if it's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like he actually wanted to do it, cared, gave a good performance. It's good.
It gave something to the character, too.
Yeah.
I felt like it was the only character, like the animated characters, that actually had a personality in it. A lot of it came from the voice. Because everybody else said that their normal voice, and it was like very flat readings, flat performances. He was the only one. And I guess Steve Buscemi, but again, it was just Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, it's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, if we hadn't watched 50 Nicolas Cage movies by now, I may have not even have known this was Nicolas Cage until the credits rolled.
Yeah, same.
If I was just watching this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely. It does not sound like Nick Cage at all.
No.
The only time it sort of sounds like Nick is during the Yashu scenes.
Yeah.
Spoilers. But
yeah.
We see two more guinea pigs named Juarez and Blaster arrive via those thunderball things from The Rock. At least Jerry Bruckheimer is consistent. Speckles asks if Darwin wants to abort the mission since they're behind schedule, but Darwin says he's trained for this, which prompts Speckles to say, I'd follow you into a snarling pack of Dobermans, which I'm not going to do the voice, but is definitely the cagiest delivery of a completely innocuous line I've ever heard.
Snarling pack of Dobermans. He does that a lot. I don't know why. Is that just in his mind is how moles talk?
I guess. Darwin says he spotted his way into the compound, and in his night vision goggles, we see a car driven by a hot girl, and I think Richard Gere. I mean, I'm just saying, eventually you have to find something bigger than a gerbil, and a guinea pig is the natural next step. I mean, at least that's what I've heard. And we've been sued. Blaster watches Juarez shake the water off her fur, and it's clear he wants to give her his blaster. So, we set up some sexual tension between two guinea pigs within the first 5 minutes of this children's film that we're watching. It's not creepy at all.
Yeah, a lot of sexual tension between these guinea pigs throughout the film.
Yeah. Speckles radios to Mooch, who happens to be a housefly with a camera attached to him, then to Darwin, who is using a blowtorch to cut open an air duct while singing, "Don't you wish your blowtorch was hot like mine?" It's like, do we really got to do this one, guys? Like, I mean, is anyone actually asking us to do G-Force? It's not like
we gotta do them all, man.
We chose this for ourselves.
We said we would do every single one of them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So here we are.
I did think it was clever that the fly was named Mooch, though, because French word for fly is mouche.
Yep. Yep. Which they pointed out in the in the little behind the scenes thing.
Oh, did they?
Same with the Yanshu thing, being mole in Japanese or whatever.
Chinese. The Chinese audience.
Yeah, for the Chinese audience.
So the Chinese audience would have figured it out immediately, and they probably changed it to something else.
Yeah, probably. They just would have changed it to mole.
Yeah. Mr. Mole.
Mr. Mole. Bill Nighy, a.k.a. Leonard Saber, gives us a super over-the-top performance to his invited guest, thanking them for helping Saberling become the largest consumer electronics brand in the world. He tells them his company has been secretly putting a microchip into every product they sell and will eventually allow them all to communicate with one another. Okay. He says we will activate the chips in exactly 48 hours, uniting every Saberling product on Earth, and nothing will be the same. Which I'm guessing Bezos has the same plan. You just got to beat Temu to the punch.
Yeah. Remember when this was like sci-fi?
Yeah.
And kind of unrealistic and a joke?
Not anymore.
Now they're all listening to us all the time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, watch us on YouTube, FBI. I mean, the feds. The feds are listening through the phone, not through YouTube.
It's never the government. It's just the companies that are trying to figure out how to sell us more shit.
I mean, my boss was telling me his oven has a screen that plays video on it.
Oh my God.
Like,
yeah, they're all smart devices now. My washer and dryer send me text messages.
What do they say?
My car does.
Are they
too.
romantic? You up?
Want to go for a spin? Cycle?
I'm soaking wet right now.
All of that sounds hotter
Put
than
your
what I
load
actually
inside
get.
of me. All right. All right. This is a child's movie. Okay, let's give it. All right. Darwin makes it to Saber's study and shuts off the gas to a fireplace by clapping. And we get to the first clue that Speckles might be a mole or a rat or whatever when he menacingly says, "Nothing happens inside this house without me knowing about it. Nothing." Also, I'm pretty sure that's what Bezos says too. He's going to need to readjust those goggles when the eyes wide shut part of the party kicks off here in a minute. God damn it.
See Bill Nighy naked, wearing a mask.
James Franco will show up with
Franco
some other the chick from American Beauty or whatever she was in.
He's all looking at him. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. I'd fuck me hard. Mama says you gotta pay extra. Anyways, Darwin hacks into Saber's computer and Speckles warns him that Saber is headed to the study. On the computer, Darwin sees a map of all the Saber products being activated by Clusterstorm, and somehow he leaps to the conclusion that this is all about global extermination.
Yeah, how does the map turning red just clue him that?
Because red's bad.
Maybe there's information there that we're not seeing. I don't know, but that
I
doesn't
could never
seem
tell
like
if it was supposed to be like exterminating all rodents in the world, which would be thematic to the movie, or if it was like he's just going to kill every person on the planet. That type,
his goal was to drive all of humanity underground,
right? Yeah. Which we reveal later. But at this point, I was like, oh, are they trying to? When they use the word extermination, I was like, are they trying to exterminate all the rodents or not? Maybe left vague on purpose.
I don't really understand how it would drive all the humans underground because you're going to run out of space junk pretty quickly.
Yeah. He's a mole. They're stupid.
No, he's a genius.
Yeah. He's a genius mole.
He's a genius for a mole.
Don't call him a rat. Darwin tries to download the files, but an encryption code pops on the screen, prompting Speckles to say he's going to use a worm to decipher it since he's a mole and has a thing for worms. This is the kind of stuff
eating a worm.
While eating one. This is the kind of stuff a 5-year-old would come up with if they were writing a story. Oh wait, never mind. This makes sense.
Still better.
You got a thing for moles.
Still better than USS Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's true. I did enjoy this more than USS Indianapolis.
Yeah, I still got to screen cap that pile of garbage. Darwin tells Mooch, the housefly, to distract Saber, so he flies up his nose, and we get a fun little POV of Bill Nighy swatting at the fly. Probably should have been set to Yakety Sack. Darwin hides in the fireplace, and we see that the sexual tension guinea pigs are on the chimney waiting to drop a line down to him. Darwin nearly gets roasted by the fire when Saber claps his hands, since any Bruckheimer film is contractually obligated to show a fireball or explosion within the first 10 minutes. I was like, did Michael Bay direct this film?
It does feel like another Michael Bay movie, you know?
It does. It's
And
got
even like the color
grade
palette.
and
Yeah.
Just something about it.
Is that Bay or is that Bruckheimer? Mm-hmm. We don't know anymore because they're just one.
They're basically.
Person.
I feel like Michael Bay copied everything that Bruckheimer did and then just made it dumb. That's all. Just dumbed it down completely.
Oh shit!
Because there are some Bruckheimer movies that are actually good.
Yeah,
but there are no Michael Bay movies that are good. There's one that I like called The Rock, but the rest of them not so much.
Yeah, true. The guinea pigs and Speckles start to head towards an extraction point, but Speckles is stopped by a Doberman, which prompts him to say, "Oh no! Oh,
technically, oh my god, oh my god, or something." I keep subtitles on for this reason, but
he has a weird like
yeah
thing that he does a bunch of times in it.
I think they recycle the exact same sound clip later on because there's two oh my gods and they both they sound exactly the same.
Yeah. The guinea pigs parachute off the roof and Blaster kicks the dog in the head, allowing Darwin to rescue Speckles. On the way out of the compound, a rat catcher van pulls up and the four of them are sprayed with some sort of gas, much to their collective surprise. It turns out it was just Ben though, so I guess that somehow makes any of that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Ben is excited.
There's like exterminator written on the building and stuff, and then he drives around in this exterminator van. But like he's showing up to this party
in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night to spray these rodents and then grab them and drive off. Like that would be way more conspicuous than just pulling up in a Corolla and driving off with them.
Ben is excited when he hears they got the files, and Blaster yells, "G-Force!" He says they need a name like the Green Berets, so he suggests G-Force, even though 2 of the 5 members aren't guinea pigs. Racist. Or speciest, I guess.
Yeah, the mole doesn't even get included in the name of the group.
Yeah.
And what about the fly? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Though they have to change that fly out every 3 days, I think.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Right. So. We cut to the next day where Ben and his open mouth assistant prepare to give a presentation to the feds while Speckles busily does some fancy hacking on a nondescript card of some sort they call a PDA containing the files from Saber's computer. This is a kid's movie, so it's just fine to, make up all the technology every character interacts with throughout the entire film.
Every bit of technology in this is made up fake technology. Like even when Saber's doing his presentation, it's like these hologram things all throughout the party.
Yeah.
There's a reason why nobody's done that technology. It's because you can see through it and you can't read what you're looking at. But every single like futuristic thing has that in there.
Yeah. Ben asks Speckles how much longer it would take to decode the files, and Speckles says, to access the information on Darwin's PDA, I have to factor a univariate polynomial, Jesus Christ, of refinite fields or refinite fields.
He just says a bunch of
I think
random
it was
gobbledygook.
he mispronounced
to
polynomial.
yeah,
But
polynomial.
He'd not even seen the word before himself, so he was just like reading it weird.
Yeah.
Polynomial.
But of
I think
course,
it
it's
was
in a
just-
very cagey delivery.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to like get Ben to stop watching what he was doing. Spoilers for later in the film, but he was just saying a bunch of tech jargon to like make him go, "Oh, okay, oh, whatever, just do your thing," and then leave him alone.
Again, yeah. Anyways, never mind. We don't need to dive deep into the film.
Yeah, G-force.
G-force. We cut to Blaster. We cut to Blaster playing Dance Dance Revolution as Lady Gaga blasts in the background while Juarez posts on Facebook. Everybody remember 2009? Darwin asked Juarez if she meant what she said when she blurted out during their ultra secret mission over the radio comms that she was interested in Darwin, and she says she's actually interested in Blaster.
Kids will love it.
It's just an Eiffel Tower between all the three guinea pigs later on.
The feds arrive at Ben's weird animal invested warehouse on the docks or wherever this is supposed to be. And Will Arnett's character, Killian, is a dick immediately and isn't impressed in the slightest that Ben has managed to train cockroaches to do whatever he says or that he found a way to talk to guinea pigs. In a quick line of dialogue, Ben explains that Speckles' whole family was exterminated, so it's lucky they found him. Then Speckles reveals what they found on the computer, which doesn't match up with what Darwin saw the night before.
Yeah, it's just
Speckles-
a coffee machine and no
Yeah.
information about Cluster Storm whatsoever.
Yep.
Which is still like they were able to sneak into the guy's place and steal this information directly from his computer. You'd think the FBI would at least be interested in that.
Yeah. Nope. Not the
No.
feds.
It's just a guinea pig playing a video game, dude.
Yeah, dude. That's not
Who
impressive.
cares?
And talking.
You see that shit all the time, dude. Speckles says this is all they have, and Killian has had enough of this groundbreaking, beyond all fucking imagination bullshit and shuts down the entire operation. He tells his men to cage anything that moves, prompting Speckles to say, "Cage? Oh no!" Get it? Cage saying cage.
I think that was intentional.
I think so too, yeah.
One time it could be a
Cage.
slip up, but he does it 2 or 3 times right
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah, they say
No
cages.
cages, no cages.
Yeah.
I hope that's what he said while he was being crushed by the garbage truck.
It does. He uses the same soundbite. I told you.
Yeah.
I think he specifically says like, "Cage, oh no!" I think that's what the first outburst here. I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
No one likes Cage. It is.
The guinea pigs decide they need to escape before they're used as guinea pigs. And they shoot out of the lab in those tubes you used to use to send the teller your checks at the bank. You guys remember those?
Yeah.
Does it still exist?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I always thought
Do
they
they?
were super cool when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
I tried to
Like,
put
why
a
wish I had these in my
action
house? I could like transport stuff from one room to the other.
figure. That'd be
Remember it was in Tommy Boy and like his shirt got blown off by it. It's like a pneumatic tube or something like that. I forget.
Yeah.
I bet you at least
Those were
one
cool.
person's been killed by those things.
Huh?
I hope so.
Bet you at least one person's been killed by those things or
Oh,
seriously.
God, I
maimed.
hope so, dude. Otherwise, what a waste of an invention. Ben's open mouth assistant takes Speckles' spectacles, and he's terrified to be leaving the lab without them. Did you guys notice that? Her mouth is open the entire film. She never shuts it. She's always just,
Who?
She's got Kristen
Ben's
Stewart disease.
yeah, Ben's assistant in the film.
Oh, yeah. The one that sort of looks like the chick from American Beauty,
Yeah.
who I thought it was for the entire movie until the end. And I saw her name in the credits.
Really?
I was like, yeah.
That's fucking
Mina
funny.
Suvari is just
Yeah.
slumming it as random
That's
assistant
what I thought.
number
I was
4.
like, oh, Mina Suvari's in this. And then, like, nope, not. It's just some other actress who's been in like 4 things.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why she didn't get more acting gigs.
G-Force all escape into a pet store delivery truck that was dropping off roaches or whatever at the lab. Seems like the first thing the FBI would have searched, but, whatever. They jump into a cage, but Speckles screams, "No, not the cage. I don't do cages." But Darwin forces him in anyways. One of Killian's men calls and says all the animals escaped, and Killian says he wants them all back, dead or alive. But again, no one thinks to, search the pet store truck, filled with animals.
It's a bit of a plot hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But whatever. There are many in this film.
Yeah. I mean, they eventually catch on and go check the pet store, but they sort of just let it leave from an active scene that they're cordoning off.
Yeah. We see a caption that says there are 29 hours left until Clusterstorm launches as G-Force arrives at a pet shop. Some apathetic clerk puts the animals in with another guinea pig named Hurley and a hamster named Bucky, played by Steve Buscemi. Bucky tells them all to stay off his turf while Hurley appears from under some wood shavings and farts. Get used to that, folks. He's a real one-note character, and that one note is... After he sharts himself, Hurley says, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning." He calls the hamsters a ferret, which really pisses him off. Darwin rallies the team to look for an escape route while I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas plays for the second time in like 25 minutes. So get used to that as well.
Hey, that's my favorite R. Kelly song.
Right? While you're holding a baby. Come on. Come on now.
Oh, I thought it was from the Black Eyed Peas.
Jesus
Not
Christ.
the Black Eyed Peas.
The Black Eyed Peas.
Damn it, dude. God damn it. Anyways. They realize they're trapped, but spot Mooch on the top of the cage, who they ask to tell Ben their location. So he flies away while almost being eaten by a chameleon and a load of Venus flytraps. That I guess count as pets at this store?
Why are there Venus flytraps there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
Keep pests down.
I guess. In the pet store.
Yeah.
Act 2, The Conflict.
We cut to the Los Angeles FBI headquarters where we see Sean Archer screaming, "The guinea pigs haven't been recovered yet!" at Margaret Cho. Oh, wait. That's a different version of the LA FBI headquarters. Ben's assistant picks him up, and he says that he has an idea of how to get the files G-Force downloaded off of the PDA or whatever that fake thing is. We cut back to the pet shop. Like, the PDA thing, it fits into a slot on like everybody's computer that it seems like everybody has this technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like an SD card. It's not a PDA. It's not a personal assistant.
Do an SD card or USB drive
Apparently
or something. We cut back to the pet shop and we see Blaster lighting Hurley's fart. That's 2 for 2 already on farts per scene. He's had like 30 seconds of screen time and he's farted twice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the lit fart doesn't blow open the cage or kill all of us watching the movie. And Darwin decides that they should all just try to get adopted. Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's how you get out of the situation. 5 seconds later, a family arrives, prompting another stupid Black Eyed Peas song to start. A little girl spots... What?
They're just jealous that this movie's so 2008 and we're so 2000 and late.
God.
I'm dumb you have to be to put a date in a song like that, dude. You immediately date your song a year after it comes out.
Well, you know, the Black Eyed Peas are not really with us anymore. Thank God.
R.I.P.
Hey, do you remember Will.i.am was in X-Men Origins?
Oh my God, that's right.
A little girl spots Speckles, and her dad says he's a hideous crime against nature, which is pretty messed up to say about a cute little animal, but, you know, whatever. She says she wants a hamster, which makes Bucky, Steve Buscemi's character, excited, but of course she meant she wants a guinea pig, since she's a stupid idiot who doesn't know the difference. The guinea pigs are the ones that we need the Peruvian flute bands to protect us from, you moron. God, read a book.
Oh, fuck.
She picks Juarez, and the teenage kid of the family picks out Hurley and then throws him across the store with a lacrosse stick into a snake enclosure. What the fuck, dude? Yeah. What a goddamn psychopath. We've had like 2 movies in a row with a little Sid from Toy Story prototype.
Murdered it. Why would the snake pen even be open?
I don't know. Well, it was like the one next to it.
Yeah, but like he was obviously throwing him at the snake, so the implication is that the snake pen was open, but
yeah,
the snake would just get out.
He picks up Blaster and then he stuffs a firecracker up his ass. No, wait, no, he gets stopped before he can torture Blaster to death by the store clerk who puts him in a carrier. Just was expecting that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
what a little fire, Scarecrow.
That would happen eventually.
Yeah. The family leaves with half of G-Force while Darwin and Speckles try to figure out how to escape. Back at the FBI, Killian seems to find some validity in what G-Force told him about Saber, and he tries to get a search warrant, but the FBI director says he can't without probable cause. It's like, I have some problems with this because like the FBI director acts like Killian is a complete moron later on. He's like, well, I tried, but you shot me down. But at the same time, it's like, well, you didn't have any evidence, which you didn't get from G-Force. So, like, how is this Killian's fault? I don't know. Mm-hmm. We cut to that little girl playing dress up with Juarez, while I'm guessing Sid has already fed Blaster to the neighbor's pit bull. At the pet store, Speckles plays dead, and Niecy Nash from Reno 911 fame suddenly pops into the movie to be disgusted and screams things in Spanish for some reason. She works in a pet store and she's disgusted by all things pets.
Yeah,
and she screams Spanish.
And she's Hispanic for some reason.
She's Hispanic for some reason.
Maybe she is in real life. I don't know.
No, she's not. She's not. I looked it up specifically to make sure.
Okay, so we can make fun of it.
I think they were trying to say she might be like Haitian or Dominican, maybe.
Maybe.
Haitians, they speak French.
I don't know.
So.
I mean, they speak the language of love, baby. And revolution.
The other clerk picks Speckles up with a plastic bag and chucks him in the back of a garbage truck where he's immediately smashed into mole jelly. Seems like a waste of Nicolas Cage's talents to kill him off in the first 30 minutes into the film, but I guess the Wibberleys just needed a name for the poster. So I guess we could just quickly wrap this one up and move on. Next up, we'll be talking about Astro Boy. Oh, wait, he comes back? God damn it.
James needs us to update the tracker.
Fuck.
Update the tracker.
Anyways, Darwin is crushed at the thought of his old pal being crushed. Or he's just upset that he's stuck in a cage with a guinea pig who shits himself all day. Either way, things are looking pretty bleak at this point. He's not like, there's really no emotion whatsoever. Like, it's just so flat. And like, I don't know. Maybe they struggled to get the, I mean, they like have him be sad later on. Right. Especially like when Hurley lets him down, you see his sadness. But like in this scene, it's kind of like one of his oldest best friends just died in his eyes. And he's just kind of like, all right, on to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's carry on.
Movie can't get too emotional, I guess.
We see Ben and his assistant send a roach into the lab with a camera on its head, where he's joined by thousands of other roaches who crawl all over the FBI agents guarding the place, which distracts them long enough for one of the roaches to steal that PDA thing. Dude trained roaches to do whatever he says. He's the next Hank Pym, but that's not good enough for the FBI to maintain his funding. It's just, yeah, amazing, but no. We can talk to animals now. Think of the implications of being able to talk to animals.
It's like one of the most important breakthroughs in scientific discovery in the history of the world.
But no. He's playing a video game. I don't get it. Who cares?
I want to talk to rodents.
Why would we want to talk to anything?
Doolittle now?
Back at the pet shop, Hurley notices a birthmark on Darwin's butt and decides they must be brothers since he has the same birthmark in the same spot. But I'm pretty sure that was just from the fireplace, right? Was that the joke? Was that supposed to be the joke, or was he actually supposed to have a birthmark?
I don't know. I couldn't figure out what they were trying to tell us.
Yeah, I forgot because his butt was on fire.
Yeah, because he got burnt. Yeah,
but it's like a white birthmark. It would be all like black and scorched if it was the fire. But yeah, maybe.
I mean, just if it got the outer bits of hair, maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought it was like.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
He's not actually brothers with Hurley, but Hurley
it makes sense
because
Hurley just really wants family, so he would see that.
He should be in the Fast and the Furious series then.
God, can you
surprised Jon Favreau hasn't shown up
in the Fast and the Furious movies.
He can cook for all of those cookouts at the.
They're speeding down a highway and he's in a food truck.
He's in a food truck. Dom, you got to get your protein in. Come on.
Tacos. Want some tacos? Darwin says there's no way they could be related, and this time Hurley is crushed like a mole in a garbage truck. That Darwin is disgusted at the idea that they could be brothers. He's known him for 3 seconds. Like, what?
I mean, the dude did shit himself twice in 30 seconds. Can you blame him?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be brothers with that guy.
Yeah.
We briefly cut away to Ben and his assistant finding out the PDA is infected with an extermination virus before cutting back to Darwin discovering Bucky has been hoarding food in his little hamster home. This whole virus thing, so like he put a worm or something on this PDA that would erase all the information, I guess. Is what we're supposed to get, but I don't understand how that would infect other machines when you put it on to other things. I don't think that's really how that works unless you open it. I don't know.
Maybe that's what they were going to do. I thought they were going to like put the PDA in and then open the virus up on that computer and then have that upload to everything. The thing, the whatever it is.
I think that's what the end is supposed to be, is like the virus infected all of the machines and they're all dead all at the same time, which seems like a huge security issue.
Yeah, it seems like it wouldn't work given what we know about who's behind everything.
Yeah. While angrily explaining he hoarded food out of fear Hurley would eat it all, which I guess actually feels pretty realistic, Bucky opens a trapdoor in the cage, which prompts Darwin to say, "My friend Speckles got crushed in a garbage truck and you said nothing about this." So like he's had this trapdoor. So the hamster's been escaping every night and going and stealing food from other areas of the pet store, I guess. And
but then
never ate in front of Hurley.
Food is stashed on top of the trapdoor? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's stupid. Like, how does that work?
It just was funny for him to lose all of his food at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Darwin says, "I'm out of here," and Hurley tells him not to worry about him and to just go before just coming along anyway. When Bucky the asshole hamster pushes him out of the cage. We cut to Leonard Saber talking to some mystery person named Mr. Yanshu who wants to remain anonymous. Who could that be?
4chan.
Yeah.
It's just Q. QAnon. Saber says they have a lot riding on this and has put his trust into Yanshu's engineering skills. So I guess this billionaire entrusted his entire company and fortune to some scammer on the internet who probably catfished him into sending his mom's life savings as well. That or pictures of his butthole, aka Zach Galifianakis' mouth.
Who hasn't fallen for one of those Nairobi and Prince emails?
Yeah. Mr. Yanshu.
I know I have.
I mean, I'm guessing it must have been like a big influx of cash, but where would Speckles get that? But he is a hacker, so I guess.
Probably hacked the bank, dude, because he's so good at hacking.
It's true. Polynomial. Remember all that science talk?
If this movie was like 2 years later, it would have been crypto that he had all the money from. He's the one who invented
Speckles is a crypto bro.
cryptocurrency. Yeah,
He's the one that founded FTX.
Yeah, he's the one that created Bitcoin or whoever. He's Mr.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Nagasaki or whatever the
Nagasaki.
mysterious person's name is.
Yeah. The next morning, Mooch the fly tries to wake up Ben by landing on his face while probably covered in shit. Eventually, Ben wakes up and the fly tells him where G-Force is being held thanks to flying from one key to the other on his computer. Ben says he was so worried about him and I don't like when my fly is down. Kill me. Just kill me. At the pet shop, we see the FBI guys trying to find G-Force while Niecy Nash again yells Spanish at them. That's all she does. She has like 3 lines and she's just like, hola, por favor.
Hey, you couldn't find an actual
Puerto Rican.
Latina actor in Hollywood.
No.
Why is this
Well, you
character
did
in the
but
movie, dude?
They're voicing one of the guinea pigs.
Yeah, that's true. They just have her play both roles.
Yeah, they should have. That would be
Yeah.
Just have the exact same voice as both roles as well.
Well, it would have been. That's her in every movie.
True. Mira. Cállate.
All right.
She doesn't.
You can make those jokes, but we can't make.
I'm just saying, she doesn't get jobs on her acting ability.
No,
She's
doesn't.
an Oscar winner. She gets her jobs the same way that Eva Mendes gets all of her jobs.
Yeah.
Humongous assets.
Talent.
Darwin and Hurley make their way to Blaster and Juarez and were treated to some more hilarity as Hurley sits on a sprinkler and is shot through the air, complete with a slide whistle as he flies through the air.
I think they just wanted to showcase their wet guinea pig hair technology again.
Yeah.
In the special effects department.
We're going to get more of it when Juarez and Blaster... Never mind.
God damn it.
Just some guinea pig back shots.
Oh my God.
They make their way past some dogs while running inside of a tire from a tire swing. And guess what? Another Black Eyed Peas song starts playing, reminding us that the warm embrace of death is only a few carefully placed knife cuts to the wrist away. Man, slowly drifting away in a bathtub sounds so much better than finishing this movie, doesn't it?
What if the last thing you hear, though, is just the Black Eyed Peas playing
I got a feeling.
It's gonna be a great night. Oh, God. The tire starts going faster and faster till they start slamming into each other, and Hurley makes a joke about his butt or whatever, putting his ass on his head.
The joke that they used in the Reno 911 movie.
And they slam into a light pole. Back in the pet's shop, Niecy Nash screams some more Spanish at Ben and his assistant, where they find out that the guinea pigs are gone.
I just want to point out how ludicrous it is that 3 dogs wouldn't chase a random tire rolling down the sidewalk.
I feel like they'd chase that more than they would chase the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
They'd at least go check it out.
Yeah, the dog chases her own
this?
tail, dude. She'd definitely chase that tire.
And one of those was a terrier, so it would totally be chasing
It's
anything.
inconspicuous, man. They're, who knows? Who knows what's inside that tire? Might as well just all hang out unchained in the front yard
in
together.
a yard.
In an unfenced yard,
Like I said, as far as I know, Niecy Nash is not Hispanic in any way whatsoever, but never mind. I'm going to steer clear of it completely. We cut to that delightful future serial killer that we met earlier, tormenting Blaster by strapping him into a remote control car before driving him through an obstacle course of army men and blocks on the floor, then driving him off of a ramp over a bunch of toy cars while flash bulbs go off and Blaster does crazy tricks in the air.
While spouting one-liners. You can't forget the one-liners.
Yeah.
I tried not to write those down because
I'm the rodent Jeff Gordon. This is one of them where it just feels like they just had him say a bunch of lines and then they just threw
put
him
him in
every
later on.
single shot he's
Hey,
in.
say something funny. That's what he said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about, bro.
You were guinea pig strapped to a toy car. Say something funny.
This seems like it should be illegal, but I'm into it.
Sid's mom yells for him to take the trash out, so he just casually stomps Blaster to death and throws him into a garbage bag to put with his other victims. No, wait. Blaster modifies the remote control car so he can drive it himself, and he speeds down the stairs outside where he rescues Juarez from her tea party with that little girl. It was like dressing her up. During all this, Blaster flirts with her, and they tie a rope around the psycho kid's legs while he tries to bash them to death with a recycling bin, and they escape. Another one-note character, and that note is pretty fucked up. Just smashing them with it. I mean, he's trying to capture them.
Yeah.
But I feel like he flips it at one point and just trying to kill them.
Just trying to bash them to death.
At a bakery of some sort, Hurley gets crazy excited about eating cake, which becomes his whole character motivation for the rest of the movie. And Darwin spots a Saberling coffee maker, which he gets to work dismantling. That's all he does from here on out is try to eat cake. Whole rest of the movie.
The cake is a
fart, lie. Cake. Cake, fart.
Cake, fart.
When he tries to disable the cluster storm chip, it causes the coffee maker to come to life like a transformer and shoots coffee beans at them before shooting rotating blades and lasers. How would it have enough power to shoot lasers? Darwin attacks the robot while yelling, "Yippee-ki-yay, coffee maker!" Then he leads it into some oncoming traffic, and unfortunately he's not run over, but the coffee maker's run over. Just all of them get run over. That's how the movie should have ended. Just FBI guys just like slam into that hamster ball thing at the end.
Oh, shoot.
Hurley and Darwin put the coffee maker on a skateboard and they head to Ben's house where they meet up with Blaster and Juarez. Ben asks where Speckles is and Darwin delivers the news that he had to go shoot Bad Lieutenant Port of Call New Orleans with Werner Herzog. It's like sandwiched in between, so it's like G-Force, Port of Call, New Orleans, and then Astro Boy. That's Nick's 2009.
Wow. Who's guinea pigs are these?
Ben is devastated and blames himself before telling them that they're not genetically engineered or super beings of any kind, but rather just adopted from various locations. They're all sad to find out that they're not special, and we're all wondering how no one else on Earth ever managed to get guinea pigs to do incredible things, since apparently all of them can do it. Any one of them. They could just start talking and driving cars and shit. Darwin is shocked to find out that he was the runt of the litter and heads off to mope for a while. Hurley reassures him, and he realizes he is in fact special after a 3-second pep talk. That's how these kid movies are always like, you know what? You're right. That one sentence was good enough for me to get my confidence back. And he tells the G-Force that Ben was right to not tell them so they'd all believe in themselves. I guess that's how that works. If guinea pigs believe in themselves, they can do anything. So take that guinea pig out, put it in a race simulator, be able to drive. We find out that Blaster graduated from West Point.
Corresponding class.
Yeah. It was all online.
Never mind.
And he's not
when
in
he
the
asks,
military, so, yeah.
When he asks Juarez how many hours she's put into the simulator game we saw earlier, she says, 200,000. That's only like 23 years, so it feels legit.
They have a lifespan of 5 to 6 years, by the way.
Yeah. Hurley says he helped with the tire thing, so he's also special. And Darwin says it's time to get back to work and save the day. And G-Force is back, baby. They're all together again.
Almost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from that
Says
one
Speckles,
smushed
yeah.
one, yeah. That one didn't count anyway. He wasn't even a G. He was a M. Now he's a pile of bones and guts.
Act 3. Time to resolve some shit.
G-Force explained to Ben that once Cluster Storm comes online, every Saber product on Earth will come to life and try to kill everyone, while Hurley falls into a pizza box and eats a slice. Fat people funny. There was a Zach Galifianakis joke that I thought was funny. He's like, does this suit make me look fatter?
Probably improv.
Yeah.
I do like that, like, for once, Zach Galifianakis plays, like, a not complete moron.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that it's his choice to always play morons. It's just kind of like, oh, well, he's the non-traditional, not handsome guy, so he's kind of chunky, so let's just make him be the punchline in every movie.
Juarez says Cluster Storm comes online in 30 minutes. It's like daylight outside, and then it comes online in the middle of the night at this place.
Yeah.
It's winter, so, you know, it gets dark.
But they're like in the middle of the city somewhere in California, like San Francisco, I think, based on what they're...
It's Los Angeles.
Okay, so get anywhere in Los Angeles in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Try it. Anyway, she said it comes online in 30 minutes, and Hurley pops out of the pizza box long enough to suggest that they use the worm virus thing on the PDA to infect Saber's mainframe. G-Force.
The one time he says something smart.
Yeah, but it's also really dumb, as we pointed out. But it works, so.
Yeah.
G-Force suit up, and Ben reveals a hamster wheel rat mobile of some sort that can somehow drive 60 miles an hour that all the guinea pigs know all of the controls to already somehow. It's worth noting that that's obviously in the middle of the afternoon, but in 30 minutes when Cluster Storm launches, it'll be dead of night. Suddenly the feds arrive and knock on the door, which reveals that Ben lives in a shipping container. G-Force busts through the window of the Ratmobile, and the FBI give chase in an SUV that struggles to keep up with the hamster ball car. But I don't understand how either of them, like, the hamster ball can go 60 miles an hour, so why are these SUVs even able to keep up with it in this heavy city traffic?
Why doesn't it just drive under other cars?
Or just go onto a sidewalk or something and
yeah,
where the SUVs can't drive. You got to have a dumb car chase like The Rock.
I mean, this is a Bruckheimer movie, so. Yeah. Now I will say that this is way less shaky than that Rock car chase.
Yeah, somehow. Not because most of it was CG rats in a ball, so they...
super smooth.
Hurley farts in the hamster ball, which clouds the entire thing, since I guess we needed to be reminded he was there, and we've gone way too long without a fart joke. The balls unlock from each other, and we watch a very Bruckheimer car chase involving 3 FBI SUVs chasing rodents for the next hour or so. Feels like. Darwin uses a rotating blade to pop the tire of one SUV, but that doesn't really matter since the FBI agents follow the hamster ball over a ramp on the back of a truck and slam into a mobile meth RV.
I thought the same thing. I was like,
what was the point of cutting the tire if they were just going to drive over the ramp and crash?
No fucking idea.
Yeah, I know. No fucking. They did that shot. And then they also filmed the other shot of the actual car crashing, and they had to edit it so they include both of them because they didn't want to waste money on the CG they spent doing the cutting the tire gag.
I do kind of wonder if maybe the tire gag was in the fireworks scene because that's the only thing that makes sense for what happens to that SUV.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Take it up with whoever the fuck was that editor that did it.
Guy from The Abyss.
He had his work cut out for him.
Yeah, poor guy. He's like, I gotta fit this shit together somehow.
You did what? You flipped onto a RV? Why? Then they go through a fireworks show? What? Is it the 4th of July?
Yeah. I guess. That would also be like, okay, so if it's the 4th of July, then it's the longest days of the year. Yep. And somehow the middle of the afternoon becomes night within 30 minutes.
Within 30 minutes, yep.
Yeah. Blaster rolls under a semi-truck and evades another SUV, which seems like something all of them could do, but whatever. They then lead the other FBI SUV to a fair where they crash into a parking lot filled with fireworks. And one agent says, I want to flatten this son of a varmint before they somehow flip their SUV as well on a completely flat parking lot, as we've said. Then the guinea pigs...
I think it was that scene. I think it was like them cutting the tire, but they just put it in earlier for some reason, probably to have this stupid scene we're about to see.
Then the guinea pigs slow-mo fly through the air while a firework display of an American flag goes off behind them, and everyone cheers for the guinea pigs. So I wish we could say this is the stupidest thing we've seen on the show, but sadly, I'm not even sure if it would crack the top 10 at this point. But there were some nice John Woo fire sparks.
Yeah,
showering
very
down.
John Woo-esque. Yeah. We have seen some stupid shit on this show.
Although the whole time I think Fortuna is playing too for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That opera
Yes.
doesn't fit at all.
Doesn't fit at all.
Like you couldn't fit another pop song in there. Like
I got a feeling.
Yeah, that would have worked
Again?
better for somehow.
God damn it.
Let's get it started. And yeah.
Throw a Nicki Minaj song in there
Just
or whatever.
throw
was
in my
popular
humps
in
on top of
2000.
it.
I got a wet ass pussy. Is it Cardi B? No? Oh, yeah, she wasn't around back then. My bad.
No, she was stripping
not
back
yet.
then and robbing people. Well, over at Leonard Saber's house, it's the dead of night, and there's no longer any security whatsoever, so the G-Force just roll up right in and go through a vent. Darwin tells Blaster that Juarez is into him, so hopefully we get a post-credit scene of two guinea pigs slamming whatever they slam together to make a baby special agents. Gonna use some G-Force on her G-spot, if you know what I'm saying. They're rodents, presumably. They all the time.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, all this stuff happens while they try to stuff Hurley's fat ass into the vent, and shockingly, he doesn't fart in their faces. Inside, Saber talks to some sort of SHIELD-style World Security Council or something on a screen, and they prepare to launch Cluster Storm. In the vents, G-Force jump down a shaft, and Darwin tells Hurley, the guinea pig who has done nothing but eat, fart, and act stupid in every moment he's been on screen, that they're all depending on him for their escape and to not leave the spot they are leaving him in. But, of course, he smells cake and leaves 5 seconds later. G-Force make their way to a network core for Saberling Enterprises, which I guess is kept inside this house rather than like at an office or a server farm somewhere, or it would be overseas in the cloud nowadays in offsite.
You know how the CEOs keep the servers in their basement of their house?
Oh, yeah, dude.
For the largest appliance manufacturer in the world. God damn it.
They discover a booby trap trip line attached to a grenade, and they just walk under it. Did he booby trap his own house?
Yeah.
I was
God damn mate keeps stealing from me.
Was it set
Was
up
this
by
Speckles or something?
Yeah, was it set up by Speckles to stop anybody?
But even then, like he would know they could just walk right under it.
Unless it's
I don't
to
think
stop
he was
a human
in
from going
counting-
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a human?
But at
But
the
then
same
it's like
time,
you
you would
blow
think
up
he
your
would
server.
expect that G-Force would stop him rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you blow up your server. Doesn't that defeat the whole fucking purpose?
Saber activates Cluster Storm by pushing a button on a coffee maker. And all the satellites, I mean, they had that coffee maker 3D model, so I guess...
Yeah, it was rendered already, so they just kind of keep using it over and over.
All
and
the
over.
satellites orbiting the Earth come online. Hurley somehow gets trapped in a microwave, which has cake in it for some reason, in an abandoned kitchen. Nobody microwaves cake, so I don't know why it was there.
What? You don't
say it
microwave
was-
your cake?
Saber was leaving it in there for later. You know, he didn't want
Yeah.
flies to land
Yeah,
on it. He
dude.
wanted Mooch to land on it. You know?
It warms it up and it keeps it fresh.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, he gets trapped in a microwave, which sadly doesn't turn on, and we cut to thousands of household appliances coming to life inside stores, which somehow group together like Voltron and start attacking people. Did this exact same thing happen in Terminator or Transformers? Exactly.
I think so. Yeah.
Was it the first one or was it the second one? I can't remember.
I
Which
think
one
the first one, right? They had that little robot that infects everything.
Yeah,
So it's turning
that
blenders
somehow
into
looks like
robots.
a woman.
I
Oh,
think
boy,
they're
it
all the
does.
same movie, so
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
I've only seen the first 2, so it's in one of those 2. The FBI, the feds, bust through Saber's gate 5 seconds later and surround the house. Why are they there?
Because the guinea pigs are there. They're there to bust the guinea pigs, not Saber.
They're just, they just were parked down the block, and as soon as the appliances came online, they were like, "Oh, I know where this is coming from. His house."
The microwave, that sadly isn't full of liquid Hurley sloshing around, interrupts G-Force from climbing into the mainframe. So they fight it for a bit before freeing Hurley, and the microwave walks over the tripwire, causing it to explode. It's also like shooting taser, like plasma out of a toaster.
Yeah, it's part toaster now. It's got a toaster part and a blender part.
Darwin
got a vibrator as one arm.
Yeah. Darwin's thrown directly into a vent leading to the mainframe, which is then covered up by the debris. Upstairs, Saber and the FBI fight sentient appliances, and it's revealed that Saber has no idea that this is going to happen. I thought he did.
He knew that they were going to come online and work together,
I guess.
But he didn't know that they were going to attack people or anything like that.
Darwin yells through a microwave door at Hurley for leaving his post and says he thought he could depend on him. So I guess Darwin is pretty stupid. Ben and Marcy.
Why would you think that you would depend on that guy?
Yeah, it's his family. It's his brother. Ben and Marcy, which I guess is his assistant's name, though I don't recall hearing her name at once up to this point, arrive on scene at Saber's house and just stroll into an active crime scene. No sweat, no security, but just
what happened to the guys with dogs? And
they're all
people
gone
patrolling
on the actual
everything.
night that things are happening.
Yeah, they're all
guarding
just
the
because...
president's party down the river, or whatever. In Book of Secrets.
Yeah,
you could just swim into.
So why was the security so high when they had party guests, but no security whatsoever when it's just the CEO by himself in the house?
Ben bursts into a truck where Killian is interrogating Saber and says that G-Force went in to shut down the server. Inside the computer mainframe, Darwin is shocked to find that, get this, Speckles is alive, and he was secretly behind the whole plan.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was like, I hadn't seen the movie, and I predicted that as immediately as soon as he said, nothing happens inside this house without me knowing it. Trust me, or something like that.
Yeah.
As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, he's the bad guy.
Yeah. Ripping off Mission Impossible, I guess. I don't know. I can't remember. Wasn't there a traitor in Mission Impossible?
Which one?
John Voight, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the first one, yeah. That one was done much better than this.
Speckles says that he hid in a soup can and rode all the way to the city dump. And it was stinky. Speckles then reveals he was Mr. Yanshu all along, and that Yanshu means mole somewhere in the Far East, since it was critical to tell us that.
Some nondescript Far East country.
Speckles says he created an army of robotic appliances, and they created an army of giant electromagnetic nodes capable of pulling down all the space junk orbiting the planet and driving every human underground. Some cagey. I don't remember how he said
very
it.
Cagey.
Very cagey. That's pretty accurate.
Nodes. Darwin is shocked that the mole betrayed them, and Speckles says that no one loves moles and they only want to exterminate them. We then cut to a flashback with a ton of exterminators in a field wasting moles with gas, and get a nice little casting couch POV shot from crotch level of Speckles' dad saying, "Son, if you ever get the chance to bring mankind to its knees, do it."
Why would pennies? What? Never mind. God.
Speckles straps himself into his chair and then hits a button which causes the mainframe to come to life like all the other robots we've seen, as Speckles says, "Here we go." Don't remember how he said it. I'm just trying to be Speckles cagey. G-Force and Hurley climb on board as Speckles says, "Look out, I'm feeling 10 feet tall." And he starts blasting humans with a laser gun of some sort. So I guess I should clarify, he starts blasting at humans since no one dies in a PG film. Sorry, Vince.
I was really hoping.
Speckles.
There was going to be. It seemed like there was going to be a lot of murders there.
Yeah, I thought so too. Nope.
I do think there are a lot of them off screen.
Yeah, I mean the argument can be made that he killed a lot of people. Yeah, but
you know,
it'd be like the biggest body count in any of the movies.
Yeah.
He's just crashing random space junk.
Yeah.
all over Earth.
yeah,
Speckles triggers something that starts pulling space junk from around the Earth, and he says, "Just like humans, bringing guns to a space junk fight." Darwin confronts Speckles and says, I have no quarrel with you, but humanity must pay." Speckles unleashes some other wacky blade-spinning robot on Darwin, which knocks him off Speckles' platform, causing Darwin to drop the virus-infected PDA. Blaster and Juarez try to grab it, but can't, so Mooch takes off after it. Hurley saves Darwin from falling, then sacrifices himself for Darwin by using his fatness to pull Darwin back up onto the platform above. It was useful.
yeah, he's fat.
Counterweight. Blaster tries to save Hurley before he falls to his death, but we cut away to Speckles grabbing the FBI truck containing Ben and the others using the Voltron thing he's driving. It's a Megazord.
Whatever the fuck
Darwin
that thing is.
tries to reason with Speckles, saying if he keeps doing this, he's no better than humans who destroyed his home and killed his family. And Speckles says that's the whole point, since he lost his family. But Darwin says, no, you're wrong. We're your family. And then Speckles sees Ben and Marcy inside the truck and yells, "Oh no! Oh no! What have I done? What have I done?"
That was spot on, man.
that was spot on. Holy shit!
Yeah. Speckles tries to shut down.
That's all it takes for him to throw out this plan that he's probably been concocting for years.
Yep.
To betray all of his family, friends and everything.
He sees that open mouth girl and changes his ways.
Oh, I could put it in there. Sorry. Cut that.
Speckles tries to shut down Cluster Form, but he's locked out of his own program and says, "It's too late, Darwin. I can't stop it." Suddenly, the fly appears.
He was just controlling everything.
Yeah, he can't lock it. Maybe he built a failsafe in to prevent his own guilty conscience from letting him stop it.
I guess.
Suddenly, the fly appears with the PDA, and Darwin places it in the machine, causing it all to malfunction, and all the machines start to fall apart. Juarez saves Speckles and Darwin on a parachute as the Voltron falls to the ground, and Darwin finds Blaster struggling to get a metal box off Hurley on the ground. They all think he's dead, and Darwin says he's proud to be his brother. Hurley wakes up when he smells cake and asks if Darwin meant what he said, and when Darwin says he did, Hurley hugs him and says they can road trip to Vegas together. Then Hurley eats the cake and farts or whatever, and we cut to sometime in the future. They're all having a barbecue with Coronas.
The Rock shows up.
You know what it's about? Family.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis has a shitty younger brother in that movie, so
True.
Early's the shitty brother in this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, James Caan,
All
though.
fit together.
James Caan's not invited.
Scott Conn.
Scott Caan's not invited.
Don't besmirch James Conn.
Yeah.
He's actually a good actor.
We see Darwin training Hurley to join G-Force, and then the new recruits arrive in the form of Steve Buscemi, the hamster, and some brain-dead mice. So glad there isn't a sequel to this thing.
Yeah, thank God.
Why would they bring them in? The director of the FBI calls to let the guinea pigs know that Saber and Speckles are working together to recall and destroy all of the machines. He says there's like 100 and some odd thousand more to go, so moles don't live that long either, so I'm assuming he's just going to die now. It's his life's work to disinfect all these machines.
I hope so.
You couldn't just crush them.
Speckles says he plans to rejoin the team when he's done dismantling all the Saberling products, if they'll have him. It's probably best to ignore the fact that he's responsible for hundreds, if not thousands, of off-screen deaths worldwide. The director, imagine how many planes came alive and just immediately crashed.
They all and they flew into Twin Towers and stuff.
Oh my God.
I mean, other buildings. You know.
Oh, shit.
The director says Killian has been reassigned to the South Pole. Their funding has been restored, and they've all been named special agents for the FBI. And Ben won the lottery, and he bet on a sports game that made him a ton of money.
And they caught Big Fate with his crack pipe.
Yeah, and he's got his job back at the FBI.
God damn it.
See, it fits in this movie because this is a kid's movie, and it's all dumb.
That's true. Yeah.
Just to do a dumb tie-up,
just
happy
a nice
ending
bow at the end.
It doesn't fit in Port of Call, New Orleans.
Most fucked up movie ever.
Just have a happy ending for everybody.
Yeah. All three movies that Nick Cage did in 2009 all have a nice, like, simple conclusion like this. Mm-hmm. All three of them. Two of them are cartoons, but whatever.
I would not picture the Werner Herzog movie having that as being one of those three. No. Happy ending, everything.
It's very jarring.
We need
for
to
the
wrap
crack
this movie
smoking
up.
dirty detective. We cut to the credits, which feature the guinea pigs and roaches and Bucky and the mice all dancing to a Flow Rida song before cutting back and playing another Black Eyed Peas song.
I don't know. Feeling.
I don't know if anything else happens because I wasn't about to sit through the 12th Black Eyed Peas song in this dumpster fire. The end. Don't know if there's a post credits. I don't care.
I feel like there was something there, but
I don't know. I bounced right after it.
I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
Thankfully, there shouldn't be a sequel because they'd all be dead by now since it's been over 15 years since this movie came out. And guinea pigs only live like 5 years.
If it would have made about $50 million more than it did, I think we would have gotten a sequel. But I don't think that Speckles would have been in the sequel because that would have opened up all sorts of like problems, you know?
Yeah.